The time is just gone 11 minutes to 9 a.m., and we continue with the show this morning, looking at an initiative, and we're talking about a South African initiative that supports the establishment of youth platforms for dialogue and promoting social activism. And we joined on the line this morning by William Shoki, who is an MA student at the University of Witwatersrand. William, good morning to you, and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Inayet. It's great to be back, and thank you for having me.
Yes, William, let's just talk about this initiative. What does it entail?
So, the initiative is being driven by three organizations. The one organization is called Shamsan, the other one is the Arab Resources and Organizing Center, which is based in San Francisco in the United States, and then the WITS Palestine Solidarity Committees. And basically, it's part of a series of talks where we want to connect with young Palestinian activists who are expressing their resistance in different domains, whether it's the cultural, whether it's the political, whether it's the sporting, and showing how young people are reconceptualizing what resistance can mean today. There's the common slogan that existence is resistance, and we want to highlight how the new generation of Palestinian activists is a testament to that slogan. And so on Saturday, we are going to be having a conversation with Hanna Barakat, who is a Palestinian Olympian, currently based in the United States, as well as iconic and renowned activist Ahed, Tamimi, and being joined by Janna Jihad as well. And that's the initiative that is part of an ongoing series.
Yes. Now let's just talk a bit about this new generation that we speak about. Of and obviously we know Jannah Jihad, very very popular right across the entire world, well known, and so are the other two as well, Hanna Barakat and Ahed Tamimi. And just to understand, obviously, what the new generation can actually bring to the struggle for Palestine, and also to add value to the struggle for Palestine. And I see, in fact, as I'm talking to you, I see Jannah Jihad trying to connect as well.
Yes, it'll be great to have Janna to talk about this, and I'll pass on to her now. We have to congratulate Janna. She's been included in a book called Know Your Rights and Claim Them, which has been published by Amnesty International in collaboration with Angelina Jolie. And this book is a profile of young activists from across the world who are making their mark in their communities. And Janna has been included in it as an ambassador of Shamsan. So she is, I think, an example, as I was saying earlier, of this new generation of activists who, regardless of age, have the confidence to speak against their oppressive circumstances.
Yes,
And
William, what I will do is I see Jannah. I'm going to get Jannah on now. Jannah, assalamu alaikum and welcome to the show.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, and in fact, I've just heard William speak about obviously the Angelina Jolie book as well. We need to congratulate you for this, and obviously, people have been following you for a very, very long time in terms of the resistance and in terms of the level of activism that you have brought and how you've inspired youth over a period of time. And this is what I've been talking to William about. We're talking about a new generation of activism as far as Palestine is concerned. And clearly, you are one of the icons. And I must say that, you've done at a young age. We applaud you for your efforts. But let's just look at, obviously going forward and, taking the type of resistance that you're speaking about, taking it forward to youth right across, not only in Palestine, but right across the entire world.
Right. Thank you so much. And of course, this is such an important topic we should talk about a lot. And this book that was actually published also talks about knowing your rights, as William said, which is extremely important to be able to resist. So I think this generation is a generation of change, in my opinion, because I can even see that on the ground here in Palestine. Everyone is trying to use new ways of resistance. They're coming up with ways you cannot even imagine. They're using all their talents by either singing or dancing or swimming or running or doing so many types of like amazing things to literally just represent their countries and show the world that Palestinians want to live a normal life. Palestinians want to live a life without this occupation, without this settler colonialism, and this apartheid regime that is being practiced on them, and them not being able to practice their rights freely. And yes, this generation is doing that in an extremely beautiful way, and I think it's extremely important to spread that to the world because um, as we always say, you know, collective liberation is what we aim for, and decolonizing or resisting the colonization and any form of apartheid and any form of you know, discrimination in any country can also affect all the other countries. So being able, this generation being able to actually resist in their own ways and say no to all these forms of oppression and all these violations of their rights in any part of the world can be extremely important to the Palestinian issue and to us here in Palestine. So yes, I think it's extremely important for youth to realize the power they actually have by being able to unite and by being able to resist in their own ways from their own places, and try to spread awareness about all these issues because we have so much power, and I truly believe that we are actually the generation that will be one day able to make a change and hopefully, you know, liberate Palestine and liberate the world of all these bad things that are happening around.
Yes, William. Now there's just so much we can actually talk about, but unfortunately, we have got limited time. And just looking at the event that is taking place tomorrow, just to give us an insight, and in fact, I'm actually looking at the poster here, which says "Register here, celebrate Hanna Barakat." So obviously, it is celebrating the Olympian and her achievements, but also at the same time sending a very, very powerful message, just for people wanting to be part of this initiative. What do they need to do?
So if you want to be a part of this initiative, just go to www.shamsan.org and you'll find details to not only this webinar and how to register for it, but also previous webinars that have happened. There was one that happened a week ago with Janna. There's others that are going to be upcoming. And tomorrow, as you said, we're giving the spotlight on Hanna in the wake of the Olympics, which happened recently, but also to just show the connection between resistance and sport. As South Africans here, we know how sport played a huge role in the anti-apartheid resistance, how the campaign to kick out apartheid out of sports was hugely influential in ending the brutal regime. And we're starting to see that kind of come to the fore in Palestine as well. And I think the recent Olympics was a testament to this. And getting Hannah's insights tomorrow, I think, is going to be very useful for us to think about, as Janna is saying, how young people are using every avenue that they have in order to push the resistance, in order to fight for existence and a normal life. So shamsan.org is where you can go and find all of the details, as well as check it out on social media. And we look forward to seeing everyone attend. Janna is going to be there, and it's going to be a great event.
Well, it certainly is, and as William mentioned, mentions Janna, about sport, and we've seen this. What had happened a few months ago with the obviously, with the brutality that Israel had unleashed on the people of Palestine, and we saw how sporting personalities right across the entire world. We're talking of mega stars, mega sports stars right across the entire world supporting the Palestinian struggle. And I suppose this is exactly what we need as far as the youth is concerned, and particularly looking at somebody with the profile of Hanna Barakat. Janna?
Yeah, sorry, you cut off in the last end.
Yes, I'm saying, how we're talking of famous personalities right across the entire world, the value that they bring to the Palestinian struggle. We've seen it with sports stars right across the entire world. And this is exactly, what we're doing and what we will see with Hanna Barakat in terms of, highlighting personally the plight of the Palestinians, but more importantly, in terms of taking the struggle forward and inspiring young people to be part of the struggle.
Right, that's extremely true, and we are also trying very much to highlight that in Shamsan and in these interactive webinars in this webinar series, because we're trying to connect over these impactful conversations and celebrate all these people who are actually trying to make a difference and resist in their own way, including Hanna Barakat, which is a very great example of how young people can actually resist in their own way, because Hanna has been running, representing Palestine on international stages, and the last week's webinar was with Danya Noor, who is also an Olympian, an Olympic swimmer, which was totally amazing. And yes, sports are a very, a new way to try to connect over these shared struggles and to try to actually represent your country, raise awareness about certain issues. And it's extremely beautiful how young people are actually taking advantage of all that and taking advantage of their talents to do that. And we've seen so many, as you said, so many comments, positive comments from so many famous people and important people on the Palestinian issue over the last couple months, considering the fact that a lot has also been happening in Palestine. Unfortunately, we've been able to raise so much awareness through the internet and through the social media and through so many other ways of raising awareness. And this has been extremely amazing. And, this is one of our goals, to raise awareness as much as possible, to get the message to so many people. And this is also one of the reasons we have created this webinar, because we actually want to connect with so many places in the world over our shared struggles. We want to create and generate the strength and strengthen awareness on all these issues that are extremely important to be known and to have so much awareness on for like all the youth in the whole entire world. So hopefully we can achieve as much as possible in this webinar, and hopefully so many people will actually connect with us and know more about all these important things that they should know about in order for us to make a change in this world.
Well, we thank you, Janna, and also to you, William, for coming on and talking to us this morning. And just a reminder to our viewers and listeners that this is entitled Youth Diaspora and Resistance with Olympian Hanna Barakat and Ahed Tamimi. And this is in conversation with Ahed Tamimi, Janna, Jihad, William Shoki, and Sharif Zakut. And this will be taking place. You can register on the Shamshan website. It's at 10 a.m. Palestinian time, 7 p.m. South African time. No, in fact, 10 a.m. PST, which is the time in the United States of America, I would assume, and 7 p.m. South African time, 8 p.m. out in Palestine. To both of you, we thank you. We do appreciate you taking time out. All the best for tomorrow, for the webinar, and for the discussion. Please take care.
Thank you, Inayet.
Thank you so much.
Well, that brings us to the news, and the time is just gone a minute past 9 a.m. We're heading for the news at the Al Ansar newsroom. We come back, we still have got the Jumma Nasiha coming up.